characters for the beta? What the fuck? Okay, weird. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I need to turn on the sound at least a little bit. I don't really need that much. Yeah. So we have three beta slots. Beta slots. But yeah, hello everyone. So we're here trying out the currently the hold on, let me turn this. So currently the beta is live for the Weaponmaster, which is going to be the new thing for Secrets of the Obscure. Anyone can use any of their elite specialization weapons. Like any class can use any of their elite specialization weapons on like any spec. So which is going to open up like a huge amount of possibilities, I think. Especially when once, because I've seen a lot of posts today about like how people are like, well, this doesn't really work because it doesn't work with this, right? So there's like I don't know. I can't even think of a specific thing now, but people are like, because certain like one good one is the dagger on Mirage. We're gonna try that right now as the first one. We're actually gonna go in and do that right now. So the dagger on Mirage, um, it doesn't really work too well as far as I understand it, because the dagger is meant to do power damage, right? And then you're putting this on a condition damage spec. So what the heck, right? That doesn't really work. That doesn't really align. So we're gonna try it out, right? I can do this right now. Oh, I have to use a beta character. Oh, that's fucking lame. Right, well, let me go in. Let me make a character. We're gonna make an Assyrian character. I guess I gotta use the beta characters. I guess you can't just use any of them, so that's fine. We're gonna make a Mesmer. I don't care. Hello, O'Reilly. I need something simple because, oh, Essex Hills is where they put you? Why? So random. So random. Sweet. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, we're gonna do, oh god, oh god. Look at all the things happening here. All right. Mysteries are afoot. Yeah. Restoring. Okay. All right. Okay. All the things. We have all the map completion? Look, all the maps are done. Wow, we have full map completion. We did really well, guys. Just kidding. It's just the waypoints are unlocked. So we got put into a virtuoso, right? But we want to try. I want to try a Mirage. I really want to try out Mirage. Why are they like this? Why are they sorted on the left now? They used to be sorted on the right. But it's weird, right? Because they're leaving more space here. Do you see that? Why don't they just? I don't know. That seems weird. The way they designed this. This looks to me like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna add another 4. Or at least another like 1 or 2. Well, even if 2, because if they add 1 down here, there would be had to be 1 more up there at least. Let's do this. I'm gonna try to go with my regular build that I do for my regular build that I usually use. I don't use that. I use this, and then I use that usually. And I usually don't use pistol. So what I would like to... I love how we have 20 slot back. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, this is pretty insane, but it doesn't matter. I mean, we're just gonna kind of go in and try out some stuff. Nothing crazy. Can we use legendary equipment? Can I use? I can. Okay, perfect. That's perfect, because I can just equip that and then customize this to be Vipers. This is all Marauder. I need Vipers. I'm gonna go full condition damage. Oh, not Valkyrie Vipers. And then we can see. Later on tonight as well, for anyone that's interested, I would like to go in and do, we're going to do a separate stream later on. So I'm going to do this for like an hour or two, something like that. Take a little break, maybe take a nap, because I've had a very exhausting day. But maybe go in and do the fractal. I've been wanting to do the new fractal and kind of talk about the lore and stuff. So we can try to get some of this going. customize. Obviously, this is not going to be top-notch damage because they give us like celestial stuff on here, like the exquisite. I don't know why they do that, right? So it's like really stupid. Oh, I do have. I don't need that. I have an amulet. I have a back piece, and I have one accessory, so I can make these full vipers. That gives me some extra stats and damage. Vipers. Vipers, customize Vipers. Um, what? Power, precision, vitality. No, wait, what just happened? Where is the? Didn't I just equip? Hmm. These are all. These are. This is weird. So. Oh, I somehow unequipped that. I guess I equipped the wrong thing. This is always so confusing to me because I'm always like, which one is which? This we can customize. We can, doing it through the menu is so much, like, through the actual hero panel is much smarter, but I'm not that, like, smart, I guess. Um, I'm just like, oh my god, what am I doing? Oh my god. Alright, we have this. Saber. I need a dagger. I hate the pearl. The pearl are some of the worst weapon skins in the game. They're so ugly, and that's what we get. I'm like, get me something else. Give me anything else, just with the good stats on it or some shit. It just looks so bad. All right, so we have this figured out. Then I'm just trying to build the skill that I usually. The build that I usually use, which is this. This is what the build is. It's different. It's not quite conventional, guys. I've been kind of trying to do this instead and actually like take the false oasis. That's kind of been my go-to. What do I use there usually? Do I just have, I think I just have 2 signets, don't I? For condition damage, improved condition damage, and improves expertise. And then I usually use time warp. So that's usually what I have. I don't know. So what's the new ambush skill here? Leading torment and daze. This guy right here is trying out a daredevil with a scepter. Interesting thought. I guess we're gonna have to go somewhere else where there's enemies. I need to go somewhere else. I don't know why I'm fighting here. I usually go to ore. I just want to see. I just want to see, you guys. I I've offended everyone named Pearl. Pearl's fucking ugly. No, I'm just kidding. No, That's really funny though. You know what I mean though. I'm sorry for anyone named Pearl, okay? I don't mean you. I'm sure you're a beautiful person inside and out. That's funny though. Yep. So, let's see if we can fight some, let's fight these drakes here. I mean, does it feel bad? Do people not like this? People were saying that it's like, it's a power damage, right? So I get that. I know you are. Storm damage, blade damage. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I would have to defeat a champion somewhere, but I know that that's what people are doing right now. The last beta was just like that, where I was just like, I was going around trying to find different level 80 like champions and stuff, and people were just like killing all the champions like crazy. Everywhere I went, I mean, I know a lot of champions around the world, and anywhere and everywhere I went, they were dead. See, people are out here. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm trying to go to the wizard, guys. I'm trying to do the wizard. Wizard. So how are we enjoying? I can't. Bilal? Is that Bilal? See, someone is doing the champ. Someone's killing the champion here. So it's actually funny that you say that. So, you know, and I know that I say I'd like so my wish is going to be that they maybe focus a little bit more on underwater. And God knows, I know. I know that people don't like underwater. I just think having an expansion plus like maybe having a couple of balance thing like so the 6 month, let's say the 6 month 6 months are up. Bilal, Bilal, oh Bilal. Um, so I I don't know if this feels bad. Like Viper still has power damage because we get precision and we get power in there. So I don't know if it feels bad. But let me just finish my thought because I feel like I'm getting distracted every 2 minutes. So the idea is that the next thought I have. So we're going in the sky, right? So I think that maybe for the next expansion can go underwater. Maybe have the balance patches leading up to it kind of balance out the underwater maybe a little bit more. Maybe talk about like underwater weapons and kind of balance that stuff out. And then maybe what they could do potentially is an underwater expansion. And I had this thought before. I talked about this many times where I said that we should get a specific build that we have as an extra slot back here that's just underwater, right? Because when we look at it right here, we have an aquatic build as well. I want this to be moved completely to up here and that we can get one specific build that only activates, like this build back here activates when we go underwater. So that we have one specific build that deals with underwater. And instead of giving us another core, or instead of giving us a regular core trade, give us like trade line, give us a trade line that deals with just underwater. Okay, so add that as a line, in that's just the underwater line. Okay, and you can call it whatever you want to, but something that just deals with underwater stuff, and then have it activate when we go underwater, specifically that one trade line, and it deals with like the underwater weapon. It deals with like just combat underwater to kind of improve stuff underwater and kind of make that happen. That was kind of my idea. I would like to see that. But yeah, maybe they will add core lines. I mean, core lines is something I think, because we're talking about we're getting new weapons. And I was just thinking about this the other day. And what you're saying is probably how did I mess up the pronunciation of my own name? Active water training. Yeah, something along those lines. Like that's kind of what I would like to see. I mean, I would like to see more underwater. I think it's a big part of the game. I think Guild Wars out of all MMOs has probably the best underwater combat. They just need to refine it. It's something that they need to actually focus on balance wise and really need to look at the skills and update it and really bring it. They updated them recently. They updated them like what 5 6 years ago or something like that. They updated them to be like stronger. But they didn't really they didn't really like change any of the skills. They just kind of improved them, made them stronger or whatever. But really look at the animations, look at the different things, and kind of balance everything out, and give us a specific core line that deals with it. But then, like you said, so the other thought that I had is so, guys, we're getting all new weapons in like 8 months, right? In like 6 months after the release, because we're gonna get 3 months after we're gonna get first release, and the second major release after is when we get all these new weapons that they're adding to the classes, right, as core weapons. So what if we have what if all those new weapons, they don't have any traits associated with them. We don't know what skills are on them. We don't know, we don't have anything. We have no traits that are associated with them, right? There's a ton of traits that deal specifically, like right here, we have the chaotic potency that deals with the staff on the mesmer, right? Increasing condition damage, blah, 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 blah. We have the fencer's finesse, which deals with spear and one-handed swords, right? We don't have those traits for the new weapons. So what if you're correct, and so they're introducing new weapons, and then they're saying for the next expansion, we're gonna include like trade lines, new core trade lines that deal with those weapons. Maybe there are new core trade lines that have to do with those weapons and expanding it that way instead of introducing new mechanics. I think I would really like that. I think it's really cool. I think nowadays, with how balance is, like in PvE specifically, like even just core builds like that don't use elite specializations still are pretty good. Like you can go with a core ranger and it's pretty good. A core guardian is pretty good. A core warrior is pretty good. Like those classes are still pretty good. Like even a core revenant, like you can make those builds and they can still be good, in open world. So kind of step away from the elite specialization idea maybe a little bit even more. So I don't know. Doesn't underwater scare you? Yeah, exactly. You're trying to give it some actual content. They gave us the bubble helmet. Exactly, it makes sense. Yeah, so the thing is why I think we should step towards that is because also in lore, in the story, we know that something was in the unending ocean that Suwon kept at bay, right? We know that. And we know that the Leviathans are part of whatever lurks beneath the ocean, like way down in the unending ocean. And we still haven't gotten resolves. Like we don't know anything about the Largos. We know nothing about the like Quagan homelands. Like a lot of people don't know this, but like the Quagans used to have a kingdom. They used to have a king, and they used to have a royal family and a royal palace. And like, what happened to that? You know what I mean? Like, that would be so cool to see. Like what's up? Like I had the big like few months ago we talked in depth about like Malagan and like this theory that I have about Malagan. So it's like there's a lot of ideas that could be dealt with when we talk about underwater that haven't been explored yet. That would be very interesting. Core Guardian is still one of the best support, but yeah, and it is. I mean, it's something that I played in PvP for a long time, and even in open world, guys. I play in open world constantly. I play just core classes. Like a core warrior, you can still make a really good core warrior. You don't have to be a berserker. You don't have to be a spellbreaker. You don't have to be a bladesworn to have a really good. Like, yes, are they better? Probably. But open world is so, the power creep has really taken hold that you can make pretty decent builds even with core builds. So getting more core lines, I would totally be okay with that. I would totally be cool with that. But yeah, there's definitely it seems like that they're definitely stepping towards the idea of just expanding it like adding specs is going like, you can kind of look at it like adding specs is going like vertical. Well, they're going more horizontal now, right? Like we always talk about vertical versus horizontal progression. It's not really progression, but it's like going one way, expanding one way versus expanding another way, right? So instead of adding new mechanics and new elite specializations, we're just going to add new weapons, core weapons that we already have, and more core lines that expand the character that way, and make them interesting in that way. So there's definitely a lot of things. The Guardian's getting holy pistols. It's one of the ones that I'm actually really excited. I'm not like I actually love the Guardian, but I feel I'm one of those people. I don't like to play classes that are super overplayed. Like I see Guardians everywhere. I feel like, and so I do play Guardian a lot. And I do love Guardian, but it just kind of deters me from playing that all the time because I'm like, everyone plays Guardian. I don't want to play it. But it's something that's super interested me. Um, if anyone remembers, so what I think in my head the whole time when I think about this is, and I don't know the character's name. If anyone has watched the anime D Gray Man, and it was one of the generals, the guy with the eye patch with the red hair. That's what I think of, because he wielded like these holy pistols, and he had this like spirit with him that was like Maria, and she was like singing and stuff. Like that's what I imagine a guardian with two pistols feels like that guy with like these holy guns that he shoots like demons with and stuff. Like that's what I imagine. And I'm very excited. It's that and it's the scepter, the main hand scepter for Revenant that I'm super super excited about. Super super excited. I don't know what are you guys excited for? What is something where you're like that I really want to see, you know? Look at all this bleed that I'm doing. Holy crap. I don't have any runes on me, do I? I didn't put a runes. Yeah, divinity runes. I'm like, why am I? I feel like the damage should have been better in that. This doesn't feel too bad. Like, this honestly doesn't feel too bad, guys. Oh, really? I didn't even notice. I didn't even register my brain. The thief is getting axed? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that a lot. I was trying to figure out what the button for his sky skill was. That's why I was going through all these. Let me put on a rune set. I was like, I don't have any runes on. I need runes of, um, uh, consumables? No, I need, wait, where are are they in here? Wait, where are in here? Oh, I guess they're in here. Okay. Um, we could do, well, they're not giving us anything fancy. Like, they're not giving us torment runes or anything. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna use, yeah, I think I'm gonna use the crate runes on this. Crate runes are pretty good. We do a lot of bleeding, on this build. Okay, why did that change? Where did it go? I can't see it. No! Oh, fucking gorilla, get out of here. I'm busy. I mean, the thing is, I think Arena really missed the target on a music-based spec for the Mesmer uh, by having the Virtuoso. Because they named they named the F skills Blade Songs, and they named it a Virtuoso, which is like that's a music inspired name, you know. So they really missed the mark there. I would really have loved to see an actual like bard or minstrel or something like that. I would really love that. I think there is potential to really have a cool like, you know, they could have made something cool like a main hand war horn. Like, it doesn't have to be, you know, I know a lot of bards and games are like, oh, they wield a bow, you know, because the bow is being used as like a string instrument or whatever, like a harp or something. I'm like, that's dumb. I'm like, give me a war horn, you know? We have the cool war horn or it's actually focus. So you could have like, you could take the microphone as you, is that the focus or is that the war horn? No, that's the war horn, right? The microphone that we got. You could use that as your main hand weapon. Like, what? That's so much cooler. That's so much cooler. Like, I would love to have a main hand warhorn with like music-based skills, and have it like we already had a bunch of that. Like right here in Siren's Landing, we got a bunch of really cool things that have to do with music, like with the different things that you could do there. Like that was really cool. They could have done something like that because it was very the way that it felt, the way that you use those special action keys and stuff to like buff your allies and stuff. That felt like playing a bard from a different game, you know, from like another MMO where maybe the bards are used to buff your friends or whatever. You know, they weren't like a regular support class from Guild Wars 2. They felt a little bit different, those skills. So, all right, so let's see if I do more damage now. I need to find someone strong. Like a veteran at least. Some kind of giant maybe. We have the giant. I mean, see, there's people here everywhere. So, the giant, the champion giant that's here, probably dead. The champion ooze that's over here, probably dead. Yeah, so. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. I mean, you know, I think it was one of those cop-out answers when they said that, yeah, so we've kind of exhausted all the design options for elite specializations. Like, that's a cop-out answer. They're just having a hard time balancing all the new mechanics and getting it done without crunch. Like, let's get real. We know ArenaNet. I'm not trying to shit talk ArenaNet, but that's how it is. You know, the reality is that they just can't do it. They cannot design new elite specializations under the crunch, that the the balance has become a nightmare to them with the new elite specializations and all that stuff. I just want to find like one enemy that I'm gonna go over here. There's a bunch of elites that you can fight, specifically in the Echo Wild. Let's fight some elites in the Echo Wild. I'm like, I don't know why I'm in Corteria where everyone is hanging out now. I know.
That Echovold Forest falls outside Ministry of Security jurisdiction. Travel at your own risk.
Ooh, look at this dual sword over here. Coolio. I love it. And this character is just like random as fuck that I have. I mean, she looks like any other endgame character that you see with like, it's a purple mesmer with like, you know, legendary wings on the back. It's like such a copy and paste theme that we see all the time now. Over here, this is good. We have a couple veterans around. Do we have stamina sigils? Or what are they called? Stamina sigils? What do they look like again? I forgot. I just wanna... Did not have them. I don't think I have any extra ones. I used to have a bunch of them, but those are like a must. I didn't put any sigils on here. Oh, I have a force sigil on here. Great. That's very helpful. I mean, it doesn't feel bad. Like I gotta say, it doesn't feel bad. You know. Like the ambush abilities are pretty good. And I haven't used any shatters or anything. I mean, is it as good as like the other ones? Probably not. But it's fun. It's fun, you know. I mean, I don't know. I don't play Virtuoso. I'm not a Virtuoso player. But what about a condition? Is the bottom line all condition? I didn't really read it, so let's just do like, let's do this. Oh god, it scared me, Jesus. Let's leave it that way. I'm looking for fun. I'm not looking for numbers. Like, you know, you can watch Snow Crows for that. I don't really do numbers, but I'm looking for something fun. So, Axe, right? So, Axe main hand. That's, you know, coming, because that's a condition based, right? So, hello, tigers. Come hither, my friends. I think this has the most potential. Because look at this. I can just pump out all kinds of... Where are you going? I don't know where you're trying to go here, but... Oh, but it's not a blade. They're not blade abilities, so we're not stocking blades. Is that correct? Is that what that is? Isn't there something about, like, if you have... Like, when you use blade abilities, you get, like, blades or something? But we are stocking them pretty fast, nonetheless. Because we are creating, like, clones. A lot. I'm collecting the stained glass stuff, but... Is that counting towards my total? Because if it is, then I make the item. Does the item disappear after the beta? I hope not. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna make the item that I need. The back piece with it. Like, this is fun to me, you know? Because I really like the axe skills. I think for a melee weapon, the axe skills are super fun. Yeah, I mean, this is good, right? Like, obviously, these builds are like, hey, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think it's fun. How have you been? So I definitely think that there's potential for this. Like I said, the big thing is that you stock a blade when you use. Oh, there's a new build available. Blades inflict vulnerabilities, so we don't. You know, these are blade skills. Skills. These are not blade skills. So this doesn't really do that much for us. Um, but we do get the deadly blades things still. Fury gives gain ferocity based on your vitality. Okay. Stock a blade after applying enough sticks of bleeding to. I mean, this still works. Like, this is definitely worthy of being used. Like, obviously, the virtuoso deals a lot more with bleeding, right? You have a lot more bleeding going on than like other conditions. Um, but nonetheless, like the movement that the axe gives you are just they're really good, right? And you have such you have a lot of like um, clone makeage, clone creation. Like a lot of clones are being made here, so it's definitely something. I think it's fun. You know, if you're fun of the if you're fun of the no nonsense like no clones kind of thing where you're like it's definitely it's a huge fun. It's a huge fun build. Huge fun build. I don't know what words are. Guys, I stayed up yesterday. I will tell you guys. So I'm currently working on a video. It should be coming out with the next couple days. It's more of a it's not going to be super like video. There's not going to be super much editing, like super much edit. See, I can't talk. Like there's not going to be a lot of editing happening in the video. It's going to be a lot of just pictures. It's me talking for like 20 minutes. But for the new expansion, right? I did a stream on Tuesday. We did a 2.5 hour stream about all the changes or all the announcement stuff and all that. But I'm making a video to kind of like summarize all the stuff, and I have a bunch of new theories, a bunch of new different little details that I kind of want to throw at people, and a bunch of really cool things. So hopefully I will get those done. I will get that done within the next couple of days. I don't think there will be a I don't think there will be a Did You Know for Guild Wars 2 on my shorts tomorrow, just so you guys know, because I've just been working on a ton of videos and a ton of these things, and I'm streaming today and all that stuff, so. The twirl extra axe thing. Shadow step to a random location at your target and strike applying. Okay, let's just use it so you can see what it does. It does not. Do I need other copies for that? Maybe I need. Well, no, because it's stocked blades apply extra damage. Stocked blades apply extra stacks of confusion. This attack breaks enemy targeting, and you lose an illusion exchange focus to the target. Okay, so I think what it is instead of because usually like you were right. I think isn't it per illusion we get like an extra axe that goes through, right? No, the third auto. The third auto. Is that what it is? Okay, I haven't used axe in a long time, so I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. Let's try it. Let's just auto attack. It does not. There's nothing. It just twirls around twice. I think isn't that based though on like how many clones you have that attack? I think it just does extra damage, right? Inflict bleeding. Yeah, it says inflict bleeding and inflict torment. Woo. Oh no, no, no. Ah, I'm about to die. the Mirage Dagger ambush is a it's like this you throw out these, it's like 3 spears or something. Let's do it. We just did it earlier, but it doesn't matter. We can do it again. Boop boop boop. It doesn't really matter. Let's just equip random shit real quick. That's fine. Dagger. Dagger. Let's do. We want to do some kind of damage here. All right. So the ambush skill is a slice your foe with a flurry of blades. I think it's 3 of them. It's 5 targets. It's 3 different daggers, but it can hit up to 5 targets because it pierces, and it bleeds and it dazes. Each blade inflicts different conditions. So one blade inflicts torment, one does bleeding, and the other one does daze. So when you watch it, you can see it right here. Bam. It's good. Like, it's good. The thing is, it would have to be a huge focus on dodging. So, you know, which the Mirage, granted, the Mirage already is, but like right now, for example, I don't have sigils of stamina or of energy. What are they called? Energy or stamina or whatever, where my stamina refills every time I defeat an enemy, and that's something you 100% need. Like, you definitely need that because your auto attacks just do a little bit of damage. It's not good enough. It's not strong enough. You know, you really need to, like, really maximize the... You know, you probably have to get something where you create a lot of mirrors around. So there's some traits for that, right? You can get, you can have this, for example, illusion shattered by distortion. So you can use distortion a lot, get mirrors everywhere, kind of thing. We have another mirror here. So if you can spam Mirage Cloak, and get a ton of mirrors and stuff, and get that out, because that's good damage and that's daze. So you interrupt an enemy. So you can, yeah, you can interrupt an enemy like non-stop. I mean, it's like really insane how much you can interrupt them if you really trade for that. If you really go for as many of that, like interrupt it, you know, interrupt it again. Interrupt it. I mean, there is a lot of, like, look at this. And then, of course, you can, you know, it kind of synergizes with things like on interrupt, you do this and this. Like, we have this one right here when you have to recharge one of your equipped weapon skills, right? So you can use these weapon skills so much more. So there's a lot of synergy with that, right? Bam. We interrupted him. And it happens 3 times. Or it happens 4 times. If you have 3 clones out, you do 4 dazes with 1 dodge. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely there's potential for this to be really good, because I saw a lot of people were like, well, you know, these just do regular damage and stuff. I'm like, it's all about the auto attack. Like, even when I play a Mirage, and you've seen me play a Mirage, like, I spam the dodge button to just get it out, you know? I kind of want to buy, like, I can't believe they don't have a sigil of, let me look at this. Is there no sigil that recharges? I forgot what it's called. It's like a sigil of energy or a sigil of stamina. I gotta see if I have that in my inventory or in my bank. I might have one in there. I don't know. Yeah, because if you recharge your stamina every time you defeat an enemy and you just like spam that button and you create all these clones and you like daze, you can just interrupt nonstop. It's like you can literally stop the enemy from doing anything. I have so much crap, guys. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Just don't. There we go. Stamina. That's what I'm looking for. Can I just use it on this? I can't. I gotta put it in my inventory. Oh wait, did it work? Oh, it did work. Never mind. I was like, I gotta put it in my inventory. Gotta do the whole fucking thing. Yada yada yada. Oh, you raid on your Mirage? It's cool. Yeah, so that's definitely, there's like hands down. Um, let's try it out now. Let's try it out. If you know, I want to get like, come, all of you, come hither. You guys over there too. Yep, all of you guys. Yep, yep, that's it. That's what I want. I mean, and I haven't even used the other skill that I have, so. Go, one more, interrupt. Like, this guy couldn't even attack. He literally standing there staring at me because I'm like, interrupt, interrupt, interrupt. Super fun. I think that definitely has like huge potential. I wonder why they chose to have days on there. Maybe it is because they're like, well, we want to see a bunch of interruption or something. Create a clone. Let's do that. And I haven't even used my F2. I'm just spamming. I'm just spamming my interrupt. I just want to interrupt the people as much as I can. So, I mean, I'm not playing at my best. Like, there's way better builds that you can probably construct that deal. Oh, there's a mirror. Get that mirror. So, axe, pistol, dagger, sword. I don't know. I'm like I said, there's probably a bunch of build crafting you can do for it. I do like it. I mean, what about shields? Have we thought about shield? What about shield? Can we add shield in there somehow? Because we do get some quickness and stuff in there, don't we? I don't know if we do we get interruption. Let's try a shield. I do have a legendary shield, so that'll be easy to equip. Go away. Die already from all the bleed. I just really I'm just gonna stand here and do that. What? Why? Why did you do that? Why did you attack, you dumb bitch? Jesus. Stupid illusion. Kill that thing. Oh god. I'm just trying to equip a weapon, guys. I really would just want that to happen. Can I please? Alright. Jesus. My good god. It's like fucking pulling teeth here. Shield. So, because we can do, like, we can slow, we have protection, and you can stun here as well, right? So, I think that's a little bit more of a defensive play style that you can do there. Um, Boom. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think this is one of the classes that benefits probably the most from what's going on, you know. Um, We're creating another beta character. Guildress has been updated. God damn it. Kicks me right out. Like, I don't even have a choice. They're just like, nope, bye. Doesn't even know what the current, what the newest thing was here. Let's look. I just had pizza and it was really good. Like, pizza. Okay. I don't know. I don't see it. Okay. Can I create a new beta, please? Beta character. Yep. And we're gonna do, I don't know, Char. I never played Char, so let's do Char. Let's do a male Char. I want to do... I want to try Guardian. I do want to try Guardian. Hi, Arali. Trying to use easy names. So the idea here is Guardian gets right, like, I think the most interesting weapon that we get would, if I had to, like, pick one, I would say is probably being able to use the offhand sword on like things like the Dragon Hunter, or maybe even being able to use. Well, I don't know. The longbow doesn't feel like it would fit even on a firebrand or something, because it's not condition damage based. And then I think that a lot of the Willbender stuff is like close range. You know what I mean? So I think there's not that much potential for something insane there. Turtle mount. What? I just want Berserker stuff, guys. Or what do we have? What do we have on right now? That's fine, Marauder. I'll do Marauder. It doesn't. That's fine. I'm just gonna do Scholar runes. I'll just go for full damage. So we have sword here, but then we want to do like Dragon Hunter. Like I think because Dragon Hunter, when you look at Dragon Hunter, right, it's traps, and you want to be like, I know that it's all about like, you know, the bow, but the bow is very opposing because the bow doesn't have anything that pulls in enemies except for the F1. You get the F1 that pulls in enemies, but other than that, you don't have like a mass pull in. You know, so it really benefits from having like. As I'm just gonna use a signet here, and yeah, that's a good one. I like that. So, ching ching. I love that sound effect. I will say that sound effect is super fun. Oh my god, I hate those swords. Axe sword for quick brand. Oh, that's a good. I don't know what these skills even do. Maybe I don't know. I don't play quick. You know, I don't play on games, so I don't know any of these decisive builds. I'm probably the worst guy. I'm one of those people that like I go what feels good. Like if this feels good, I like to play it. You know. But I think dual sword Willbender is really cool. I'm not huge on the Willbender like stuff that we have, right? So, but we can use like, you know, you can use traps, which is already like super strong, and then you have these skills. I mean, I think that's like the definitive way to like really play this spec now. I haven't even looked at my trades or anything. That scrapper is like, I'm not even fucking with you. Why am I always on the... Let me fly up in the high up in the sky. Jesus. I can't talk today. So anyways, the story earlier is, so I was writing a script yesterday, or actually today. I was up, I started writing at around midnight. I finished at like 7 a.m. Guys, I literally at 7 a.m. I was like, I am dead. That was me. So I was like, I literally, I was like, I have to go to bed. Um, like it was bad. Trap slow enemies, cripple wings of resolve, deliver attack, move speed. You could do that. I mean, that's deal increased strike damage to crippled foes. This is, yeah. You know, not super exciting. It was definitely one where immediately I pointed out when I was streaming it, I was reading it on stream, and I think I immediately was just like, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, like I get it, like I get where they're coming from with it. Like I'm sure there's people that are excited for it, but I'm not huge on it. I do like that we have now a crossbow skin for the rifle, so maybe I could make some kind of like crossbow wielding mesmer, and that might feel better, but I didn't even look at these. That's why I reopened this. Yeah, one-handed weapon in your main hand, right? We want that. While you have resolution increases. Yeah, I don't know. Do we even get resolution from anything? Is there a trap that gives us resolution? That would be interesting. No, fucking spider. I hate all of you. Leave me alone. Don't let me left alone. I just want to live my life. Okay. No. Okay. No resolution. Um, what weapon would I have liked for the mesmer? Offhand axe, a main hand pistol. I think main hand pistol. I think main hand pistol would have really been it for me. Just to have like a dual wielding, like gunslinger type of duelist kind of thing. I think that's really cool. I think that probably would have been mine that I would have liked. Is this good? No, this is not good. We want to take zeal. We want to do damage. Okay, we're going to do symbol damage here. We're going to increase our yeah, whatever. Vulnerability. Fuck vulnerability. Burning foes. Passive triggers. Yeah, so whatever. I'm just gonna do some kind of damage thing here. So. No, I'm not. No, I'm coming back for you, bitch. Ah, really? Seriously? I mean, it still feels just like it's just two different skills. You know what I mean? There's nothing special about this. There's nothing like, oh my god, this changes the whole game. It's still like a pretty strong fucking build, So, um, I mean, look at this. Destructo over here. Call me Destructo because I destroy everything. Everything and everyone you've ever known. Yeah. 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 Take this. That trap is so strong too. Nice. Manhand pistol for Virtuoso. Yeah, probably would have been a Condi, right? Well, probably would have been a Condi weapon. I mean, maybe they'll still add it. I mean, it seems like ArenaNet is really adamant to have now at this point. Like, I think ArenaNet has entered the stage of we're not going to be careful about what we're adding and like how we're adding it. Like, they're literally going like, you know what? Let's just give everyone everything and have them use everything. Like, I think that's really the goal. So I think in a year from now, with the next expansion, we're probably going to be looking at like, hey, we're going to get more weapons unlocked. So I'm definitely excited for the main hand scepter for the Revenant and the dual pistols on Guardian. Like, that's definitely one. And Staff Warrior. Fuck, Staff Warrior, of course. Warrior is my main right now. Let's do what we just talked about. Which or Huh. Like I'm thinking, see, like I don't know, like longbow on Firebrand. I don't think that's good. I don't think that longbow on Willbender is gonna be really good because it's too slow. I think it feels too slow. So far we have looked at the Mesmer, and the Mesmer, a couple of things that are kind of interesting. So Mesmer had the dagger on Mirage was really good, but so the base attack, the ambush skill is the interesting part. The basic attacks that you get 1 through 3 are just damage or just power based damage skills, right? So it's all about the ambush skill, because the ambush skill actually has, it sends out 3 blades. One of them does bleeding, one of them does torment, and one of them does daze. So when you have 3 clones out and you use the ambush skill, like you dodge and you get the ambush skill, and your clones do it as well, you have pretty much 4 dazes coming onto the enemy, and they're so quick that they're not like one continuous daze, but they're literally like daze happens and it stops and another daze happens, so you can interrupt the foe like 4 times in a row. Like we just watched it earlier, we're interrupting people like crazy. But it's, you have to really focus on just getting as much vigor as you can, getting as much like endurance, getting as much ability, like getting as many mirage like mirrors out that you can get, so you can use those ambush skills non-stop. Like you just want to spam those ambush skills, because other than that, like dagger kind of feels a little like because I'm using power damage, right? I'm not inflicting any conditions as I'm attacking. So that was interesting. But the other, so then we flipped it the other way around and we used axe on virtuoso, and that actually feels really good. um, Namely because the axe skills have like a lot of mobility. So you kind of like teleport around, you kind of da da da, and you do other conditions. You do confusion and torment versus like bleeding. And I know a lot of the virtuoso like conditions are based on bleeding, but it really did feel like you were able to, because we were able to like create so many clones. So we got like blades full the whole time, like constantly we had like 5 blades. So we were like, okay, F1, F2, F3, F4, like we could totally shoot those out like non-stop. So that felt really good. And then we just did Willbender. I just did we did Guardian. I'm sorry, Guardian, and we used a offhand sword for a Dragon Hunter, which I think is probably the best way to play that spec now, because of the traps. Right, the traps are super strong, and I think just like, just running in and using this, and it's probably the best way to play this. I mean, I think Dragon Hunter still is like really strong in the way that I haven't used my F1 at all. So far I think that's the best way. The best combinations I have seen so far. Again, I am not a numbers guy. For those of you that don't know me, like I do the lore, I do the fluff stuff, I do the, I look around, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty in here. Like I don't talk about numbers. I don't talk about like builds. I can't make builds, okay? I don't play meta builds. I refuse to play meta builds. So I'm just, for me, it's like what feels good, right? That's kind of what I'm looking for. Um, yeah, other than that, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think longbow and willbender will be very impressive, because willbender is a very close range, and having a long range, like slow, like the longbow on Guardian is pretty slow, right? It's not very fast paced. Um, but I will say one thing that kind of intrigues me is making a core, and this is like, people are gonna like, this is where I'm gonna lose like 3/4 of you guys, because I don't play the stuff that other people play. But what about a core? And we're just gonna do Berserker here. We're just gonna keep the Marauder in here. But a core Guardian, with longbow, right? And you could have some interesting. I'm thinking like, if you go to symbol round or something. Crazy strike. That's lesser. Yeah, that's. Um. Hmm. This doesn't really work out, does it? Let's craft something. Let's do something different here. This is all like defensive stuff. This is interesting, but that would have me take meditation. Meditation. Cha. 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 Trying to figure out what would be good here. Any way to get... We could do shouts as well. I'm trying to figure out how to get a resolution on this character right now. That's resolution here, but it's 5 seconds, so that kind of sucks ass. I guess I could put it on here. Ba-da-da-da-da. Because if we go with the middle, like combat, I mean, you could do this, right? So, gain resolution. Like, I do like the longbow skills. I think they have like some potential to be interesting. See, I did the wrong thing there because I'm an idiot. I never play it, guys. I never play longbow. I don't play Dragon Hunter much. There's definitely some kind of potential. Like I said, it's a very slow weapon. But I'm also thinking like, I mean, I don't know how these weapon proficiencies, like the training is gonna go. Like, I'm thinking in my head, what if it's like account wide, right? So like unlock it. Like, is it per character? Is it like do we know if it's per character or is it account wide? So if I train as one guardian to be able to use any weapon, can I then on any of my account can I then use them? Because I'm thinking of like leveling, right? I think this would be a pretty decent weapon to level on because it has some utility. You know, you can knock enemies back. You have a pretty good symbol with vigor on here. This does pretty good damage actually. So, you know, I mean, you could do this and then lock the enemy in there and like this would be a fun weapon to level a guardian on. Like that's the route that I take with things. I'm just like, well, how would it feel to level a character on this? You know? It's not a bad weapon. You know, obviously this build is like garbage because it just threw it together, but there might be better applications for a core. Again, we could kind of go the like a more defensive here a little bit and lean a little bit more on symbols. I mean, not bad, right? I think that's pretty good. But yeah, I think other than that, Guardian is a little weird, right? Axe. Is there a Condi? Wait, is there? There's no Condi Dragon Hunter, right? That's not a thing. Yeah, that's not really a thing. No, that's all like straight up damage. But what about a Condi? What about a Condi, guys? Hear me out. What about a Conde? I don't play Willbender. I literally am like I don't know what any of these things do. I think the top. I guess. I don't know. Do we have something that lethal temp? I'm looking for like condition damage. This literally looks like in the condition damage line. We go with not with that. Let's do wait, which one? What am I looking for? This. This. Some of these, so now they took away the cooldown on some of these traits. So now they have massive consecration, increases them by 2 seconds. It's like some of these traits where they took away that feel kind of bland now, don't they? Like they feel like they feel a little lackluster for being like traits now. You know what I mean? A lot of them. Like I get why they did it, but it just kind of it doesn't feel very good. And some of this stuff. I don't know. I don't want to read all of these because I'm gonna sit here for like 3 hours to figure it out. All right, thanks so much for coming by. I appreciate it. So, oh, what I was trying to do is I was trying to see if we could do an axe and a torch. And we do like Vipers. I don't Vipers on any of these. That's so annoying. I'm not gonna do all of this. I'm just gonna do the few legendaries that I do have, guys. But obviously this build is gonna be kind of shit. It's conceptual. We're doing conceptual work, guys. Does it feel conceptually like something we could do? Wait, did I do this one already? I didn't do this one. I just realized that I hate playing Char. They make weird noises. They're like cats. I get it. I mean, I get it. Cats make weird noises all the time. But yeah, what about a condition? What about a condition? Like, and we can use the axe, right? And there's some. We have some burning here, right? We have some. There's potential. Let's take all of these skills here too. Do we have condition? Whoa! Oh, god damn it! I was just about to click on that. We're in dangerous territory here, friends. Again, definitely has potential, guys. That is definitely one I can see being good. You know, this build is shit because you know, whatever. But I can give myself some quickness here and like fuck these guys up. I don't know what just happened. I feel like I interrupted myself, but again, I don't really know how Willbender works. I don't play Willbender. But that's something that's interesting. I do like this. This is definitely potential here. Using an axe on a Willbender if you're doing a Condi build. You can definitely make a good Condi build with that. Like, I mean, you could use other skills. Like instead of this, like for example, instead of this, we could have that. So we could have this, teleport ourselves there. Like we just do fire, right? It's like burning itself is like a very powerful, very powerful condition. So you don't barely need to trade for it or even spec for it in like anything. But if you do, there's like potential to be really strong. Like it could potentially be really strong. You know, pair that with a torch that just like burns everything in sight. It's really strong. So we do this, we do this. And not to mention the axe skills look really fucking cool. A lot of the things that I think why people love the Path of Fire spec so much more. I think they put a lot of love into the animations. The animations for a lot of the Path of Fire elite specializations are just really cool. Like the Firebrand has some really cool stuff. The Mirage has some really pretty stuff with the axe. You have the Scourge with the sand stuff. Like that's very unique to it. You know, not a lot of classes have that. But yeah, this is definitely something I could see being a thing. Just saying. Because you can just like stack, God knows, like ungodly amounts of burning on these enemies when, you know, with this weapon. Because you do burning right here, 2 burning, and you do some bleeding, and there's bleeding on here. With the symbol, you know, and you can have the symbol, like I said, because if you do this, Amplified Wrath, and this, yeah, it's really good. Like, this is definitely good, guys. So, say if Permanent Fury, I mean, this gain increases while wielding one-handed weapon in your main hand. Well, we can do this too, so this gives us power and precision instead of that. Like instead of Fury, like who gives a shit? Trigger reduces the cooldown of active weapon abilities. Gain vigor when activating flowing resolve. Why does it say alacrity? Because it gives me alacrity. It only gives me alacrity on this one. Not grant might in addition to the bonuses. That's. But I already. So it says gain vigor, but this trait makes me gain alacrity. Watch this. You see that? I gain alacrity there. I do not gain vigor from this. So is that an error? Because we also get that through here now. So we get alacrity twice now, or not? I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening there. Not like it really matters for us anyways. So not a big deal. Yeah, so there's, you can do like you could even do like, I don't know if this exists, but you can do like a power Condi hybrid damage thing. I don't know if those exist in game. Because I think that specifically with when you look at like Vipers, Vipers still does a ton of like, it has power precision, and then condition damage and expertise. Like it's a perfect split between the two builds, right? So everyone uses this always for like Condi, but I'm like, well, we have some like actual power damage on here as well through like some of this stuff. So there's like a clear distinction there. So, or not yeah, like I mean there's like different, not clear distinction, but there's like different things that you can do with it. So, I don't know. I gotta use the restroom, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. 1 second.
Brotherhood's moving something to their lab in Fort Aspenwood. Probably a good idea to make sure it doesn't arrive.
All right, sorry, I'm back. It looks like there was a the balance patch, there was a follow-up, guys. There's a bunch of changes on the follow-up. I just read some of it. It just popped up on my screen when I was in the bathroom. Um, um, so there's a bunch of changes that they added. I want to look at those in a minute as well. So let's get, yeah, I didn't realize it's almost 7 o'clock. Jesus. Let's go through. Let's make another character. Let's kind of go through these a little bit faster. Like, holy crap. There's not a lot of things that I'm super interested in trying. One thing that I do want to try is Ranger. But yeah, I don't know if you guys... I don't know. Oh my god, there's so many people. Even more people are here. Holy crap. Look at all these beta characters. My computer can't even load them all. Yeah. The wolf hanging out with us. Alright, so we're untamed with a greatsword. I don't know what this is random, but again, we're not making the best builds. What I'm looking to do, I want to try something out. I want to see how it feels. Doing a condition based days nearby foes, tether yourself the enemy to take damage. What is this one? No, I don't want to push them away. I want to pull them in. Come in. Come in, come in. Oh, sorry. Jesus. I don't know where that came from. Bleeding does more damage. We do this. Wilderness, right? Is the condition based. But what I want to try out, is, oh, shut up. No one cares about your stupid mind. It's been under attack for like 11 years. It's fine. You'll be okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of whatever I can, but I'm not gonna, again, I'm not really like, you know, whatever. Judge me. I don't care. I'm not huge on build crafting. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen the follow-up, there's some interesting follow-up. So a lot of people were concerned about the like alacrity application of the druid and the alacrity application of the scourge, and those have been upped. And the herald also saw some stuff where we now have more quickness on the herald. Like, it's easier, I guess. It pulses like every 1 second instead of every 3 seconds, and there's more concentration on the build, and there's also more might duration. So it looks like that they listened, you know? It's very cool. I mean, I love that. I love that about them. I love that for them. I love all about it. What am I doing? I was customizing this to make a vibra. Let's just equip these and then do that. Look at all this. Oh yeah, Necro Dual Swords. That's interesting. Who's excited for that? Me. It's me. I'm the excited one. What do we have for condition? Toughness? What the fuck is that? What am I supposed to do with that? Condition damage, vitality. Condition damage and vitality is interesting. Wait, right here. Poison duration. I'm gonna use that. Why not? Because we do get more, like, we have, like, expertise based on vitality. I don't know. Whatever. God, I hate this character. It looks so stupid. You look dumb. But yeah, quickness Deadeye is significantly overperforming where it should be damage-wise. So they're looking to kind of nerf that a little bit. Binding Blade. Ooh, Ray of Judgment saw a reduced aftercast, guys, with today's update. Really, I love that skill. It's such a cool skill. The skill can now be interrupted by other skills. Symbol of Resolution. Alacrity Mirage. Oh, let me read this real quick. Last up is a rework on how Mirage grants alacrity. We want to be a better distinction between alacrity and non-alacrity builds, which is something that can be a bit blurry at times due to Chaos Vortex granting alacrity with no investment. This alacrity is being rolled into a rework of Mirage Mantle that improves all ambush skills in various ways, which can be seen in the patch notes below. Ambush skills are now improved. Axis also inflicts cripple. Mirage Thrust removes a boon from struck foes. Ether Barrage grants quickness to self. Split Surge is that's from AoE alacrity. Okay, so they changed the ambush skills to not all have that. Okay, interesting. Cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna look through all the good things, guys, today. I'm just looking at some of the things that are interesting to me. I leveled up. I was like, why was everyone like pushed back? What the fuck happened? I don't want to fear. Can we have a different pet here, please? Yeah, we'll take a bird. It doesn't really matter. I mean, do we have all the pets unlocked? We do. Fantastic. Marsh Drake. Tell you guys, best pet in the game. Hands down. For Condi, at least. It's strong. It's good. I think the dagger on this is good. You know, you can use your celestial avatar to cause all kinds of... I don't know what that was. That just chill. That's poison. Oh, really? That's poison? Nice. Yeah, so I think that's definitely something that's interesting. Hammer on Druid. Hammer on... What do we got? Hammer. We got Staff. Staff is probably not going to feel good on anything. Yeah, none of them really, I think. Because Staff is such a healy weapon, and it just really works only for the Druid. What else do we have? So we have... I'm trying to think. We got the Dagger, which we just tried out on Druid. I'm sure there's some Untamed build that is probably really good with the Dagger, main hand Dagger, but I don't play Untamed, so I couldn't tell you. Hammer, Staff, and Daggers. So Hammer on Druid probably isn't good. I mean, I don't think it is, at least. Doesn't feel good. So I think that's it for Ranger. That's probably what I wanted to try out there. Hi, Raleigh. Boom. Let's make another beta character. It's a character. We're doing Norn. We're doing female Norn. What do I want to try out? Revenant. Revenant, hands down. I want to try that out. Let's kind of go through. So Ranger we did. Ranger's like whatever. Elementalist I don't really play. I'm not huge on it. Mesmer we did. Guardian we did. Engineer I don't play. I don't think I would be excited about any of those changes. Thief. Um, a staff on a Deadeye. A staff on a Spectre. A scepter on a Daredevil. A scepter on a Daredevil could be interesting, but let's try a Revenant. Was it higher rally? Did I just delete it? So, yep. Okay, so interesting. Are we gonna go another hour, guys? I'm gonna go another hour. I'm gonna kind of get through this a little bit faster now. Kind of got stuck on Mesmer. I don't know why. Okay, so here the interesting part is we have a long range weapon, which I think is fantastic. I think the Revenant is in need of long range weapons, but we automatically get one in terms of the short bow that we can use. So just a damage dealing short bow, equip that, and you can use that with, I mean, I know that this is like boom, like it's supposed to be close range, but yeah, I don't know if it's good on Vindicator. Vindicator is very close range oriented. Oh, they need to fix the animation. Do you guys see the animation on that? Watch. Look at the animation. She's pulling stuff out with her right hand, but she's carrying her bow in her left. So there's nothing that's coming out. That's funny. That's not what I want to try, though. What I want to try is, I think Herald would benefit from this the most, actually. If you do a damage dealing... Da -da -da -da. Ow. Because the problem is that Revenant just really doesn't have a lot of long range options, and I think that the what's it called?
Travelers throughout Echovault are being
So the Herald is kind of cool because you like apply boons around yourself, right? So it doesn't matter how far away you are from your character, how long away you are. So you're still applying those boons, right? So I think there's like potential for this to be. I know that it's like kind of a Condi weapon, but there is like potential for it to be. Is there such a thing as a Condi Herald? Is that something that we can build? I'm sure someone has made that already, but what if we did that? What if we did a Condi, like a Condi slash damage? Invoke Torment. So you have to use invoke Torment? That's kind of silly. Wait a minute, though. That actually might be good. Hold on. Resistance and conditions you play last longer, but because it should last longer. Sure. Torment deals increased damage. I'm saying up to your energy pips are increased, but you apply torment to yourself every. Oh, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when it gets to the point like that, it's just like, what is happening? Why are they just running? Um, hmm. I don't know. You know, what's the point in using these skills? Because we can use fire. That's why. I don't know. It seems like you would have to fidget around too much with it, but like doing a condition damage build with it. Oh, I got it. Okay, I was like, why is this? Oh God. Okay, let's not use. Okay, that's very dangerous. There we go. Okay, I'm out of combat. Can you just? I hate this. This is one of the worst bugs in the game. I'm not in combat. Like literally, I haven't fought anyone. Now I'm fighting someone. Great. So let's just defeat this guy. Why is like the lady over there in Egypt attacking me? Stop. Out of combat, please. What was I even trying to do? I was trying to turn that off. Apparently I didn't hit with that ability to burn him. Pretty good. You know, there's potential again for that to be there. I don't know, they'll have to look at the different they'll have to look at the different things for it there. I don't know if I mean, you know, the thing with bow is I think that with the drawbacks that Revenant has as a class. Here's my opinion, okay? The Revenant has some drawbacks because you're forced into two legends. You can't exchange utility skills. So if I am in Glint, I have to use these skills, right? If I am in the Demon Stands, I have to use these skills. Like I have no other choice, right? This is what I have to use. And that can get a little like iffy on some stuff, where um, that's just, you're kind of locked in. So I think they have recently, I keep saying that, but a few years ago they added the trident, right, to the underwater weapons. And one thing they did was, and this was like for the Revenant specifically, right? And they had the trident, and when you use the trident, you depending on which legend you're in, the trident skills do something different, which is I think it's such a really cool concept, right? Where like on you're in Malix and it does like torment or something, right? I don't know if it does, but like it inflicts torment, and um you're on Shiro and it does vulnerability, right? And it's like that's really cool because that gives the weapon the diversity of being used on any of the specs, on any of the legends that you have, because it changes, right? It changes based on which legend you use. So I think the Revenant is very special in that case. So you could have, for example, that the short bow does condition damage, like all of these change to like do torment when I'm in Malix. But when I'm in Glint, when I'm in the legendary dragon stance, it could do something like, I don't know, one of them could like do a small heal or apply a bunch of different boons. Like every attack does a different boon. Like one is regeneration, and one is like protection, and one is like resistance, and one is resolution, or whatever it's called, and one is whatever, swiftness or whatever. Um, Pretty good so far. I think so. I think so far it's not as game changing as I thought it was going to be. Some of it is a little iffy, I think, on the weapons. I think for some of them, it just doesn't seem super, like, super worth it. Like, for example, we tried the dagger Mirage, right? And the Mirage is all about dodging and using ambush skills. Now, in the ambush skills for the dagger, you get a daze, a very short daze. So what essentially, but the base attacks, the 1 through 3 on the dagger, are just plain power damage. So just using those abilities feels like a waste. It's about dodging. Like, you literally have to get those ambush skills, because that ambush skill is actually pretty good. It does bleeding, torment, and daze. So you have to get that out, and you can interrupt the foes like so much, because each clone shoots out a blade that does a daze that's a very short daze. It's like a quarter of a second or something. So it's like you daze an enemy and you can interrupt them. With one attack, you can interrupt them 4 times because you have each of your clones shoot that out. So you kind of have to build around getting as many mirrors as possible so you can dodge as often as possible. Then we kind of switched it around and we tried out Virtuoso with an axe, right? Well, the Virtuoso leans a lot on bleeding, and the axe doesn't have bleeding. But there's still condition damage, right? And it feels kind of good because the abilities on the axe let you create like blades a lot. So you get blades really quickly, and you can use your F abilities, and you can just fire your F abilities because you have full blades the whole time, like 5 of them, right? And so there is definitely potential, but I feel like they have to kind of balance some of these things out where it's, I don't think, like, let's just say I think that the new weapons are not going to be groundbreaking to the point where we have all these new builds that are going to be taking over. You know what I mean? I really think that, the dagger Mirage, like, yeah, you could probably use it in an open world, but I probably wouldn't recommend it for like raids or for fractals or something, just because, if you're not constantly dodging, which if you're doing a raid encounter, you might not be constantly dodging, then your DPS loss is like super huge because you're not doing any condition damage. You know what I mean? Your base attack just does damage. It doesn't do, because in Virtuoso, those blade attacks inflict bleeding. Well, if you're not a Virtuoso, if you're in Mirage, those auto attacks don't do anything. It's about the ambush skills and that. So, it's a little like the elite specs were created with the weapons in mind, so it just kind of it feels shoehorned in now. And maybe balance, maybe they will balance this out as the coming, balance patches come in. We just got, so I know you're out of town, but I don't know if you did see. Sorry. Ooh. I had a long night. Okay, I was up until 7 a.m. So, but they just increased a bunch of, what is this? They just increased a bunch of the like alacrity and quickness. They did a follow up to the balance. They just released it 2 hours ago. So the alacrity on Scourge apparently is like more now, and this they actually talked. Did they talk about sand shades? They did not talk about sand shades, so that stayed. But they're talking about sand cascades barrier. There's something about the barrier that was increased, and then there's more alacrity that is able to be used, I guess. Then Druid got an increase to alacrity, and Might Untamed got. They're going to be tackling that in the July 18th release. A lot of the things there. Herald got more quickness, like easier access to quickness, more concentration, and more might. Deadeye needs to. They're looking at that for the July release as well. They're saying it's significantly overperforming. Quickness Deadeye is. Alacrity Spectre is also overperforming, so they're kind of reducing some of the stuff, the alacrity in that. Alacrity Willbender, they're changing some of the alacrity application because they're like, if you can't hit an enemy during phase changes and stuff, you're not applying alacrity, so they're kind of putting it on the Flowing Resolve, which is the F2. And they're also changing a couple of different things, like Ray of Judgment has a reduced aftercast, which is cool. And then Alacrity on Mirage changes. So not every ambush skill is now going to apply Alacrity. The only one that will apply Alacrity is Staff, okay? And then they've changed it where like the axes inflict cripple, the sword removes a boon, the ether barrage, which is the scepter ambush, grants quickness to yourself, and then the greatsword one deals increased damage, 25% in PvE, 10% in PvP in Weapons World. Ambush assault. I don't know what ambush assault is. I think that might be the dagger. I think that's the dagger one that grants might to oneself, and wave of panic. What's wave of panic? I don't know what that is. Also inflicts torment. I guess it's some kind of condition. Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from. Like I said, I think it's something that they're going to be looking at. Like right now, for example, so I'm in Herald, and I was trying to do like power damage Herald with a short bow, right? Because let's get real, Revenant has like the least amount of long range options, right? We get the hammer, and it feels sluggish and gross, and it's not a good weapon to be used, okay? Unless you okay. Why does Ego have to come up here? Fucker. Jesus. I feel like he's hunting me specifically. Like, why does he come right? Like, he literally walks around all of this stuff, but he comes right there where I'm standing. It's like, get the fuck out of here. But it does. I don't know if it doesn't really work. You know, I'm trying to do like a hybrid of, because it's a condition based weapon. You know, a lot of the things are condition based, so it's like it doesn't feel that good. You know, it doesn't really feel like what it should feel like. So I think there's definitely room for them to like look at each weapon and kind of make them work for both condition and power damage or something, or whatever, for like each playstyle. I don't know what they're gonna do. I have no idea. But I know they're trying to shoot me. I'm an invisible. But yeah, so I mean, you know, it's not bad. Like, I mean, I like the options. I think for open world, we will have new options. My question was earlier, I don't know how they're implementing the Weaponmaster training. Is this something that's going to be unlocked on our account? Like, is it like I go with one Guardian and I unlock like the ability to use like an offhand sword or longbow or an axe on any of my Guardians, or is it for each character? Is it something that I need to do weapon training for each character? Because if it's for the whole account, I could really see some of these weapons be really good leveling stuff. Like, I could totally see the longbow be a really good leveling weapon for the Guardian, for example, you know? So that would be kind of fun to like level up with the longbow, you know, and just kind of use that instead. Or, you know, or a short bow for the Revenant, you know, having a long range option that I can use as I'm leveling. Like, you know, because when you're leveling, it's not super important whether or not you're damage or condition or whatever, you know. It's like, as long as you're doing damage, as long as you're fighting, you know, you should be fine. Like, you know, where this stuff really matters is when you start min-maxing your armor and when you go into raids and fractals and strikes and those sorts of things, you know. So I don't know, but that was just kind of a thought. So that was a Revenant that I tried here. Oh, actually, you know what? What I wanted to try out is so one that would really, really work, and that was something I talked to my sister about today, because she plays Revenant, okay? She plays Revenant, she loves Herald. So she's like a Herald player, she loves Herald. But what if we go in. Ooh, sorry. What do we do with Greatsword, guys? I just bit. That's gross. A Greatsword Herald. Oh, I already have a Greatsword on. So like a Greatsword Herald, I could totally see like that is one weapon that's really good because that aligns pretty well with what we're doing. You know, I mean, I'm not even using powerful. I'm using celestial fucking stats. Yeah, let's just do some scholar runes on here. I know I have Marauder gear, but you know, this is open world, so it doesn't matter. I think this would feel really good. I think this is one of those that will feel really, really good to use. Um, yeah, this is definitely one of those where I'm like, okay. Trying to get out of here because what I would like to do as well is what if we use instead of this, we're using the grant boost to allies when your upkeep is equal to or higher the threshold. Like right here, this is high enough for me to okay, whatever. It doesn't work out perfectly. This actually feels not that good. So it's really supposed to be like a supporty thing. Run away! Ah. Yeah, so not huge, crazy. I mean, some of these are just not that insane as I had hoped, maybe. What's something else? Let's go to warrior. Let's just do a male dude here as a warrior. I want to kind of see, because I am still maining warrior. I am excited to see what they do with staff. My hope, and I know that I'm crazy for hoping this, but my hope is that it's that staff is a long range weapon. But in the sense of like we physically swing and we shoot out like kind of like the blade sworn, or not the blade sworn, the virtuoso. That's kind of my hope, right? That we shoot out like, you know, you can swing your staff around and you shoot out these blades or whatever. If it's a close range staff, I would be okay with that as well. Yeah. So what if we do a spellbreaker here? Or not? No. I want to do berserker because I want to see what the dagger is like. I want to know what the new dagger skill is. I don't know why I opened that. I have dagger right here. And then we want to have a torch because we're on berserker, right? Yeah. Let's have a torch. Just for no reason. And we're just doing regular damage. Yeah. I'm gonna use this. That looks good to me. Ba, 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 ba. This I like. That's a good skill. I don't know. Wild blow. Yeah. I like the leap there. I want to see what the new burst, the primal burst is. Primal burst. I think there's also probably like if we look at necromancer, like you can do a harbinger. If you do condition harbinger, you can now have a torch offhand. Like I think that's probably something that's gonna be really good. Condition harbinger, like with the torch, because you have some burning and stuff on there. So I can definitely wardrobe. That's not what I'm trying to do. So there's definitely some application for that, I think, but those specifically the offhand ones are very underwhelming. It doesn't seem to be like something like it's not crazy or anything, you know? Are we not fighting ego?
It seems we get to test your new cord. Initiate Jedi protocol.
So does this do a ton more damage? We remove 6 boons now with a full. Oh my god, that's really hilarious. What does this do? Oh, we removed 2 boons. This is insane. There's way too much happening here. I wish I could resign, but you know, I gotta wait for them to punch me to death. I gotta wait for these guys to punch me to death. Finish me, please. Thanks. Thanks. Alright. Let's go up here. So yeah, so the new ambush skill, can I actually look at it somehow? There's no way to actually look at it in game and read the tooltip. Really? That's stupid. Why is that so dumb? Oh god, I got interrupted. I mean, there's definitely potential for that as well. I think that dagger is pretty good. Nothing crazy though. What other stuff could we get? Spellbreaker dagger. So I use dagger on Bladesworn. You could have it in your main hand. I don't think there's anything crazy because you use your F1 has been replaced anyways with a new weapon, so it doesn't make a huge difference. And then Berserker using a pistol as an offhand. I mean, that's something that, you know, I don't know, pistol probably doesn't even do condition damage. You could do some power damage in there. But again, like I said, the offhand ones are probably the ones that feel the worst because there's only 2 skills attached to them, and they're not like they're the offhand skills, right? They're not the like our auto attack, our 1 skill, is probably the most important skill that we have on our bar because it's what we constantly spam, right? It's constantly something that we use. Boom, 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 you know? So the ones that are like offhand, like the torch and the pistol, they don't really feel that significant. You know, there's really not anything where I'm like, ooh, okay, well that's all new thing. Like it's really not. It's not, but it's okay. Let's use that. So we did Guardian, we did Warrior, we did Revenant, we did Ranger, we did Mesmer. Necromancer, like I said, I could see Forge offhand, not that interesting. Pistol used on Scourge could be interesting because it's a condition damage. But I think the Scourge benefits too much. Well, I don't know. There's potential for that as well. I think. Elementalist, Warhorn. I mean, nothing really where I'm like, oh my god, you know. I mean, none of these are like really that revelating. I want to say, you know. Thief being able to use their scepter on Daredevil, like, okay, I could see that being a thing or whatever, but um, yeah, I don't know. I think the problem just, and a lot of people have already voiced this, is that just a lot of the elite specializations are built around making like having the specific weapon, right? Using that weapon that is made for the specialization. Like, you know, the virtuoso got the dagger, right? And all of those dagger skills are like they're built around what the spec virtuoso is. So they, you know, when you put them into a mirage or into a chronomancer, they feel completely out of place. You know, you can probably do a damage dealing chronomancer. I mean, you know, you can put that long, you know, you can have it as a long range option for the Chronomancer, which it kind of was. Well, it wasn't missing it because you have the Greatsword, so you actually had an option there. So I don't know. There's certain places these will fit, and there's certain places they will not fit. And I just think that there has to be more balance done to some of these skills, to some of these elite specializations, to the trades, kind of hand in hand kind of thing. But yeah, nonetheless, I mean, it's like I said, there's some applications that are really good, and um, for me, this wasn't like a huge deal, anyways. I think that usually when I use an elite specialization, I tend to use the weapon for it as well because, like I said, it feels like it's designed around that, you know. Um, so it's like to me it's just like, well, if I'm playing a specter, I'm gonna use a scepter, right? No other weapon really if inflicts torment anyway, so you're kind of stuck on that anyways. But you know, on the mesmer, like if I'm using a virtuoso, I'm probably gonna use a dagger. Like, yeah, sword is probably better, but I'm gonna use a dagger because that's what the virtuoso got, and that kind of feels like it fits, you know. Because I'm always like a thematic person when it comes to this stuff, you know. Revenant, like there, you know, that one is probably the least amount of like stuck in one weapon kind of thing, where like you can use dual swords on the Vindicator, you know, because that's totally fine. Like that probably rivals the Greatsword, and being able to use the Greatsword on like the Herald, like that probably could be good too. I'm sure there's some kind of application for that. So certain things like that do feel good. The Ranger, you know, we had the dagger on the druid, for example, that feels good because it's like if you do condition based, and that's a condition based weapon and it inflicts poison, it's right up the alley of like, you know, the ranger as a class by itself. So yeah, I think it's not anything that's too significant, but it's something that has potential. I think if ArenaNet can, here's my thing, if ArenaNet can go and make, you know, we now have accessibility to all of these weapons. Now if they can kind of like focus the balance around making those weapons work, I think there's some really good potential, honestly. So but yeah, I think, like I said, I'm not going to go through all of them because, you know, everyone's kind of doing that as well, and I'm not a numbers guy, so there's not that revelating stuff. It's just pretty much me saying like, oh, I've tried this out and here's how I feel about it and whatever. um but yeah, I mean, you know, nothing too crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back later. I should be doing the fractal later, so if you guys are interested. And like I said, I've worked very hard on a video for the new expansion that I'm going to be working on tonight and tomorrow probably, and try to get that out by tomorrow for you guys. There will not be a short coming out tomorrow. Usually I have Fridays for shorts, but honestly, guys, I have no time right now to get even a short. Like, a short is a minute long, and it doesn't take me that long to make it. But I'm so focused on getting this video out, and I'm like halfway done with the other video that I've been talking about, and then I, you know, I just there's one other video that I've kind of started working on as well that I want to get done. So there's a lot of different things that I'm working on. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much. Again, I'm Morali, and if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it. And I usually stream every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This was just an impromptu thing because they just, the beta was out, and I kind of wanted to see what it's about. So I kind of did that. But yeah, so I'll be back later on tonight because I want to try the fractal, guys. So I'm gonna do the fractal, hopefully with some people that I can maybe gather some people together and talk about the lore and just look at the